GNT show is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised. Live long and prosper, bitches.
Shall we just start right off the bat with a Las Vegas update?
Are we still talking Vegas, right?
We are.
Talking about Vegas.
Yes.
You're coming to Vegas, right?
Star Trek Las Vegas may take place every August, but on this show...
This is where we hang out the rest of the year.
Exactly.
The crew has been fatigued now from so many months in space, and they need to take a break. The landing party has been down to check out the terrain while the crew gets ready to play. They say there's only plant life living on this lovely rock, but a rodent up here's wearing a vest.
This guy is like a foot taller than anybody next to him. This is like giant. This was like Hagrid sat down in front of me. This is how I was taking the picture. Look at that. That head is so big it has its own weather system.
And welcome everybody to Dinner with G&T. You were expecting breakfast? Tough, we didn't get up.
We were tired. This is Terry Lynn, and it is Sunday evening from the Star Trek Las Vegas convention, and we are here at KJ, Chinese food and dim sum, and of course it's after time for dim sum. But joining us at the table are...
Why don't we go around the table?
That sounds great.
It's Gettysburg 7, Nick,
Janice,
Cushman's Anna.
Chapel David. DJ Plasma.
This is me.
again. Say it.
It's just her.
Say it.
Just her.
Say it.
No.
Just her.
It's
Train your
Mrs.
woman.
Plasma.
Train your woman.
Cohero Vance.
There you go.
And who are you again?
I'm Terry Lynn
And
S.
I'm Gettysburg 7.
You what, really?
Naoma.
Cushman's Anna.
What?
Tupar Shakur.
DJ
Plasma. That is my Twitter name,
Rihanna.
DJ Plasma.
Rihanna.
Cohero Vance. Jeez.
No, we're not doing it again. We're not doing it again. And we all send our love and best wishes to our missing engineer, sound engineer, producer.
Yes, I miss him already.
And yes, and the sweet and sour pork just arrived. It's our
I don't drink beer.
No, whose is this?
on to Dave's.
No, I
So
Tell them who we're missing.
we're missing Ceridium, our lovely, wonderful producer. We miss you very, very much. A quick toast to Ceridium. Ceridium, kapla.
Kapla.
Jadish.
Kampai.
Kampai. Kung Pao?
Kung Pao? I don't think we ordered
We didn't order any Kung Pao. Shrimp lo mein? Shrimp with noodles. Over there.
Right here. Oh, yes, it is.
And
Right on.
as you can tell, the food's being delivered. And we're having a very good time. And Mike, you're going to have a hell of a time editing this one, sweetheart.
I think the beauty of it is just let it stand.
I really love this like husky voice you got going right now. After 4 days of the con.
Yeah.
It's kind of sexy.
Thank you.
Real sexy.
The Riker maneuver.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Ball.
Well, we had a great time, everyone. It was
Yes, please.
insane, as always.
Mine's going around. If Jim's not sharing with everybody, that's fine. But I'm sharing with everybody.
So everybody get checked. It's like David's doing a food porn shot.
Ooh, very nice.
I don't.
She's such a mother.
It's rice.
I love her so much.
I really like the way that you were folding up Rio's sheets.
Hey.
You folded up the sheets from the table?
Hey, yes.
Tablecloth.
Oh, the tablecloth.
You know what?
Alan, I was going to.
Alan.
Terry told me to stop.
That means something.
Right on right.
Wait a minute.
You want some hot sauce? Chili oil? The chili.
That'd be great. Thank you.
So we're getting chili oil. And what else are we getting? Pretty stupid.
Why don't we discuss the convention?
Why don't we? All right. So
Was it a convention?
we were.
We were at the crab table all week.
Oh, is that where you've been? Awesome.
I had to put that up there.
So
Well, I thought that was the deal, yo.
Yo.
yo. So we kind of split up and we're all over the place. Our wonderful volunteer photographers, Kojiro Vance and Neoma. Neoma, right?
Neoma.
Yeah, I got it right.
And also known as...
And Ben.
Also
Ben,
known as
which
Neoma.
is Ben Ing, and he is not with us right now, and I'm not exactly sure where we lost
I
him.
haven't seen it, but he did a great job getting some photos for us.
I got him a prostitute. He'll be handy.
Oh, yes.
What is that? I put one on both sides, okay? So thank you very
Oh,
much.
yum.
We're done with this. Okay.
And so the day started, or the weekend started actually on Wednesday night when the vendor's room opened at 6 p.m. And Creation now has the vendor's room open until 11:30 p.m. on Wednesday night, which was crazy.
So exhausted already by the end of
We
Wednesday
were
night.
toasted. It was a long day.
This is the orange beef, Lori?
Yes. Okay. I just want to try a bite of it.
Yeah, it looks hot.
And
Not as hot as Janice.
hey, and then we ended up more food. Beef fried rice.
Hold on, I have to interrupt. We just got
Awesome.
here's thank you. Here's how this convention has gone.
Excellent. Oh, that smells so good.
That's amazing. I love that.
Oh, can we get some soy sauce? Awesome, thank you.
Buck sauce soy sauce?
Well, that's right.
Oh!
Not sauce, soy sauce.
I said, see? Go hit him.
That's a seasoning beef, another one's the orange beef.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sure, why not?
Is that what you'd like? Because I will. I'm already in a very feisty mood.
Well, we'll get to that.
Have to wait.
Don't touch Terry.
Well, breaking
Don't
news.
touch Terry.
We'll get to that. But breaking news. We just got a comment on a photo I put on Facebook that went out from our Instagram from Mr. Mike Okuda.
Oh, nice.
The picture with Adrian, and he says, "You look great," and The Offspring is one of my favorite episodes.
Aww.
So
We
that's
met-
all on you, lol.
You know what? Adrian is a very sweet girl.
Adrian, yeah.
She's awesome.
She's great.
I can't say too much good because then we'll get to the room and Janice will say, "Why are you talking so much good about Adrian?"
I don't know. I'll know when it comes. Kind of like my ex.
My problem is that
Sorry.
my problem is right now is I have the total Michael Landon laugh.
It's more like the Betty Davis Eyes singer laugh.
Oh, Kim Carnes.
Kim Carnes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Wednesday.
Okay, Wednesday.
All right, Wednesday. So Wednesday night we were already trashed.
Her career.
The vendor's room was crazy busy, but Thursday the con actually started. So I didn't get to attend any of the panels. So who got to attend what panels on Thursday?
We'll go around. This is Gettysburg.
Yep.
I attended the Harlan Ellison panel and the Star Trek Online panel. And honestly, the Harlan Ellison was really the only one this year that was catching my eye because we've all heard a lot of the stories 1,000 times. Janice, do you have the list that you covered?
Which Harlan Ellison? Was it the Harlan Ellison solo?
Solo.
Okay.
And we'll get to that.
On Thursday, it was One Check Mine Best Catchphrases. I did Harlan with Nick.
What was the best catchphrase?
Make it sound as cool.
I really don't remember. I'd have to pull out my camera because like Thursday's a blur. And then
It was like a month ago.
yeah, and then I did the
It was, but Thursday felt like the longest day of history.
It did.
It was 26 hours.
I forgot the name of it was, but Mary Shawinski with the
Geek
Geek
Girls?
Girls.
yeah, it was women in fandom or something like that. So that was Thursday.
What about Friday?
She only asked about Thursday.
Did you ask total what panels or just Thursday?
Just Thursday right now. I mean, I just said.
Well, I only had 2 panels all week.
I would need to schedule to tell you what I saw. Oh, no, TNG. Thursday was all TNG.
Oh, that's right. And we're eating.
I got a mouthful of food.
Yeah, both P&G panels.
That's what the G&G dinner is for.
Yes.
Anyway. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the shell crashed the men.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Michelle did show up for that.
Well, she didn't crash it.
They asked her.
They asked her up. Yeah, Marina crashed the Harlan Ellison one. Yeah, to get off the stage.
No, but she had crashed the men also.
Oh, did she? Oh, I wasn't catching that part.
The ginger scallion chicken is coming, okay?
Great,
Thank you.
so much.
That is what.
I saw the TNG Blu-ray.
How was that?
It was good. It was good. They told a lot of stuff about the Blu-rays, and they showed a few scenes from from the 7th seasons they're working on right now.
Is Robert Meyer Burnett on that?
Yes, I believe so.
I missed him. I wish I would have been able to see him.
It was a really good panel. And the Yakutas were on that panel.
Right.
Yeah. As they should be.
Yes. And they did. They're on the behind the scenes. They're doing a special technical retrospective.
Oh, good. Oh, right on.
Oh, and a commentary with Ronnie Cox.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Hussey.
Is he here?
No, he's in Ireland.
Terry, what do you love?
I love Cox.
Terry goes crazy for
I read that on the internet.
I have the video.
Hear about it all the time.
I subscribe to that page.
Do you have more than one?
No comment.
So Thursday, it opened up. Thursday, actually,
Thursday, Delancey, first
guest
was
right.
canceled.
And Avery Brooks, what happened? Does anybody
I don't know. He got sick or something because Sirach, I heard, said send prayers to Avery.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first scheduled guest on the main stage canceled on Thursday.
So we got off to a great start.
But there's a band.
We did because the vendor's room popped first thing.
Yeah.
We were snowed. We got the word that John Delancey canceled. 5-year mission, God love him, played music.
It's like being on a Star Trek cruise or something.
And Marina's here just right.
5-year mission because
We liked them.
I had to say it.
We liked them.
Did we?
Heard like 30 seconds of time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, it was nice. All the stars.
I thought it was cool.
All the stars that
I
had the
did that
chance
part
to
out.
take the time
No, it's okay. They won't
to actually compliment and say how cool it was that they had a house band.
A house band.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you think of their style or anything, that's cool.
You know
when
what?
the stars are saying that's neat.
And I'll tell you, it was really cool. This year up on stage, they had a holodeck art with the orange doors that opened. And it gave it a much more big time
Even
feel.
more professional.
Oh, authentic feel.
Right. Yeah, right. And then we've got the rest of the stuff with all the photo op stuff.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
I thought the band
I'm sorry, I didn't
was
give a
really
copy of this
cool
script.
because you get continuity between the panels. They can play people off.
And they were something new they were doing this year. If you Instagrammed photos and hashtagged it STLV, photos were playing up on the big screens between of what people were sending out.
It's like creation somehow figured out that there's a thing called social media.
And I got several messages over the last couple of days, every day, of people going, dude, your photos are all over the wall up there.
That's awesome. But it was fun. So John Delancey canceled. Avery Brooks was a no-show, but we don't know what happened with him. There weren't any other real big cancellations. Ethan Phillips was a cancellation who we showed. Now, the Ferrises who are here with us took part in the.
Carl Urban was there.
Oh, yeah.
Carl Urban.
Oh, Carl Urban was on Thursday.
Yeah. And he was great.
And,
Yeah.
well, I'll tell you.
Sorry,
It was funny because towards the latter half of the day on Thursday,
David has something else while you're waiting.
the crowd in the vendors room started to thin out. And we discovered that our little area of the vendors room was probably the most fun for the vendors because we were dancing, singing, just having a lot of fun. Next to it.
I can't even hear you anymore. I'm picking this up.
Right now,
Somebody's getting a spit plate.
All right. How long will it take? Because I've been waiting for a long time.
So Jim, what did you do to knock your luck off on Mr. Chaplin?
no joke. Did you guys like accidentally bump in the bathroom or something?
It's like Mario Kart with the black cloud.
By accident.
Did you hit him and the little black cloud shifted over to him?
Little black clouds is where I used to call my African American girlfriend. she was a little puffy.
I called mine Wild Sling.
Listen, I haven't even been drinking beer. So.
No,
You'll edit this, right?
You gotta.
Yes.
Right here. That's it. Way too full.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Enjoy it.
We are.
I called mine Exxon Valdez. The little black girlfriend.
Don't hit me.
Hit him hard.
Wasn't her hair really slick?
All right, we digress. Thursday, I also saw a panel with John Shuck.
Wait a minute, are we back?
Oh, I didn't get to see it.
He never went away.
You were recording the entire time?
Oh, yeah.
Sweet. No editing. Mike, do not edit any of that.
I saw John Shuck in a panel. That was great.
All right.
And
I love John Shuck.
I forgot about his panel because I just wanted to hear his voice.
He played quite a few plays.
he was great. He was really good. So was Daniel Davis, who played Moriarty in the Ship in the Bottle episode. And
Star Trek
and
button all the way
all
over,
the
right?
Sherlock Holmes episodes.
Keep going. There you go.
Yeah,
Daniel
Davis. He played Moriarty.
You have to scroll.
No, John Shuck.
They were in the same panel.
Oh, because John Shuck had a short show in the 70s called
Yo-Yo.
Holmes and Yo-Yo,
where he played a robot.
Yep.
He was also on McMillan and Wife.
Welcome to the John Shuck career retrospective.
He was on Babylon 5.
He was on Babylon 5.
What was his introductory movie role?
MASH. He was painless.
Painless.
And he's also known for the first one to drop the F-bomb.
Yep. First one to drop the F-bomb in the movie.
Wait, what's the F-bomb?
Fuck. Frank.
Explicit rating.
And an explicit rating was earned, 20 minutes ago. So John Shuck, Daniel
Davis.
and who else was
That was Catherine Hicks.
Oh, okay.
They were the three in the panel.
And what was they're talking about?
They were just talking about their experiences being in Star Trek and but also, they had very limited exposure to Trek and still how it affected them and what their careers were.
That I internalized.
That must be really weird.
Yes, it was kind of an interesting thing. They all spoke very highly about it. They all spoke, that it was a great experience. They really enjoyed being in the process. And
Would you agree that Catherine Hicks would probably be the best known for being on Trek?
probably,
Because John Shuck's probably better known for other stuff. And honestly, I don't know if people would, if you passed on the street, would know Moriarty.
Right.
Not now.
They would know him as the nanny, right?
Yeah. He was on The Nanny for that run.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Yeah, the really sarcastic butler.
Yeah.
Which is very original. It had never been done before.
You have your food, so I don't understand why you're still being so crabby.
It's really not that good. I'm kidding, it's great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
But around the vendors table for TNT, we had to our left.
I wish I knew his name.
I wish I knew his name too, because he's the nicest guy. Just like an art vendor.
And he had a radio.
And he had a radio that we took full advantage of. Across from us was Pendragon Costumes.
They were awesome.
Really, really nice.
I hope they made sales because I want them across
the beer thing.
And
Federation of Beer. But I do have to give a shout out to Sarah from Pendragon, because she was absolutely hilarious.
Was she the one that was modeling the whole time? She was great.
She has a beautiful voice.
She
Why
was
isn't
singing.
she here on the podcast?
She was also.
She had a beautiful neck.
She's also like a classically
Sorry so
trained.
much for voice.
She's also a classically trained dancer in ballet and all of that.
I can see that because she was very graceful in the way she modeled.
And then next to them, looking out from our vestibule, if you will, was Terrace and Geek Nation Tours. And then to our immediate left was Mr. Garrett Long, who we became his phone charging station.
We scared Terrace. We walked over there in our Ferengi, and he's like, you guys are kind of creeping me out.
Terrace at Geek Nation
Canadians
Tours.
hate Ferengi. Most people don't know that.
That's a bumper sticker.
Just like Germans love Hasselhoff, Canadians hate Ferengi.
Wow, I didn't know that.
That was very
I know
funny. So there was a very large Canadian contingent in our row.
By the way, speaking of Geek Nation Tours, 3 of us went on the tour on Wednesday.
Oh, that's right.
The Valley of Fire, where they filmed a lot of the location shots for...
While Terry and I was slaving.
for Undiscovered... No, not Undiscovered Generations. For Generations. And so we got to see where Kirk bit it. And...
He's still there.
He died there too.
Is this Larry's tour?
Yes.
Yeah.
What else did we see? We saw that. We saw the bridge that fell on Kirk.
He died on the wrong bridge.
No, the bridge died on. He didn't die on the bridge.
It was a bridge too far.
Shatner said it's the bridge on the captain.
That's it.
And we also saw the place where Dr. Soren erected the rocket launcher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And the top of the little mountain.
Was it a rock?
They did the rocks for Kirk's grave.
Oh, right. Yeah, right.
So when you saw it, was it a wreck?
No,
What about the launcher?
not there. They had to take everything out.
He knew it too.
Jim, it's going to catch him in a minute.
It's there.
He's just letting it slide.
You know why it's not
She
there?
said.
You know why it's not there, right?
Go ahead.
Because the board came and took them.
Just that stuff. They left everything else.
They took them. They just left the rock.
They said that it's one of the few times they actually allowed.
Alright, so you guys, everything okay?
Yep. Great.
Okay.
The Parks Department said, yes, you can launch this rocket, but you have to retrieve it wherever it lands.
So they actually
Did they really?
They actually launched
They
the
launched
rocket.
2.
Yeah.
That's a cool little tidbit.
I did not
I
know
thought that
that.
was all CGI.
Man.
Well, that was 2 rockets they launched.
Yeah, 2 takes.
And they had a chase crew that had to run it down and gather it. Also, this really cool story about how Dr. Soren had been up there, and a couple camera crew, this kind of thing, and they didn't need Shatner because he wasn't in the scene; he was just under the pile of rocks. So, excuse me, who was it? Who was directed that?
Generations? That was the director that's done a whole bunch of the TV.
David Carson? No, David.
Yeah, Carson. It was David Carson.
Okay, so it's like a prop guy and the director on the top of this mountain. And they said you have to put everything back and nothing leaves this state park.
Right.
Pile of rocks there. So the production assistant goes and starts kicking the rocks off the edge. But the director reaches down, grabs one, waits till he got them all kicked off, and he holds it and he says, you know what I've got here is the only rock. Confirmed rock from Captain Kirk's great friend.
Right. So he has it. He put it on a display.
Yeah, built a little
plaque and everything.
And it's sitting there?
No. This is what he has in his home.
Good for him.
So technically he broke the law. We just outed him, but
Well, if he announced it on stage.
No,
He was on the tour.
No, this is on the tour. Which they signed a non-disclosure agreement, so they've broken that one too. So.
Do you really sign a non-disclosure? I'm telling Larry.
I didn't sign anything. She had to cut me out of this.
Oh, fine. Guess what? David Chappell's not with us. I'm just saying, it's a clone.
Well, he's the crazy part.
Too late.
Yeah, we can't have one because he'll demand scale, and then, it's all...
For our listeners who know Larry Nemechek through our show, I just have to say, last night, the lovely Janice was downloading photos onto her computer, and some people asked me to meet them downstairs, so I got permission. Right? Oh, dear God.
Not paying attention.
Seeing Larry Nemechek hammered is like seeing your favorite grandfather hammered. You just don't want to see it.
Next thing you know, he's being in the fridge.
He was singing the lyrics.
It's like my grandfather.
He was singing the lyrics to the Star Trek song.
You okay there, Larry?
He said somebody was trying to sing the lyrics, and Larry said, "You think that's singing the lyrics? Hold on."
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
I love Larry Nemechek. I'm just gonna say I love Larry Nemechek.
I suppose nobody had a camera while he was doing this.
No, nobody had a camera.
I signed a non-disclosure.
To go to the bar?
Oh my goodness. I'm getting a phone call.
Oh, dude. You didn't actually have phone calls on that thing?
Hello.
It's story time. You guys are live.
They should have had William Shatner
Awesome.
order the guys to get the rocket when it flew out, and he's like, "Hey, you're the rocket man."
Oh, God.
Terrible. I know, it's awful.
Thanks.
It was an attempt.
Dave, the rat. Go stand in the corner.
I know, I deserve it. Sorry. That was really...
And then they're going to do the picture tickets in number 79. Thank you. All right, Kathy, bye.
So it's out of your signature.
I still have a shot of my signature.
Oh my God.
I know. Well, I bought an autograph ticket for John Billingsley, and he was starting to sign autographs at 5 p.m. It is now 8:13 p.m. And I'm still a few hundred people in front of me.
Wow.
It's going to be, they just called Gold O.
Is somebody going to call you?
That was Matthew. He called and he says they just called Gold O. And you remember Matthew Clayton? From, when we went to Morocco and
sword.
belly dancing? Yeah.
You all didn't see this, but Terry was just belly dancing. This is why you should come to the convention.
I'm serious.
So, Thursday was a full, and then we went to dinner. And let's let DJ Plasma tell you about the dinner service. Terry, why don't you slide that over to DJ Plasma?
Oi, Gavalta. So, Thursday night we're planning on going to see Fairest of Them All by Star Trek Continues. We head out early, we're going to have dinner, so it's right by the theater. We go to this place called McFadden's. Previous visitors have given it rave reviews. It used to be here in the Rio.
No, it was just a big ass bar where we all hung out. But it was
Okay.
awesome.
So the 8 of us arrived there a little after 9 o'clock. By 9:15 we placed our orders. And we wait and we talk and we wait and we talk.
Great server.
Yes. She was Tanya. Not Danielle. Tanya was our server. She was doing a great job of keeping everybody, drinks and whatever going on. Then after a while, it's apparent that service is lacking. Slow service. So we're sitting there and we're waiting and we're hungry. We also have a deadline. So we wait, and a little while later, all of a sudden the music gets turned up to 11 and the lights get dim.
Want some iced tea for you?
And in no time did anybody ever ask that question. So now it's gone from a restaurant to a bar, and we still don't have food. And it's a little after 10 o'clock, and we have to be somewhere a little after 11.
And now we're starting to look at our watches.
Yes, and me, Jim DJ Plasma, is starting to get a food headache, so I just kind of clammed up inside myself. At one point, the waitress came by. Tanya.
Not Danielle.
Not Danielle. And for the wait, she said, I'll buy another round of drinks for you guys that have drinks. Brought the round of drinks.
Yeah.
Still even longer, there's still no food. And we noticed at this point that nobody else was getting any food either.
Nobody.
No other tables had food.
Yeah, it wasn't just us.
So our suspicion is either they didn't have a cook or he just woke up.
Hey,
All of a sudden, food starts coming out.
Or he was making his own yummy sauce.
Ooh, Mike, you can edit that part out.
Thanks, Nick.
So the food finally starts coming out. Well over an hour later, we're all really in pissy moods because we needed food and they had a deadline.
Then the order of the food came out.
And the order that food came out was somehow me, who was having the biggest problem not having food, was the very last one served.
And Jim, what did you order that took so long?
Nachos.
Yeah, you know, it's very difficult to make nachos.
It's
very hard.
That chip. It was world class chip stacking. World class chip stacking. So that you take one off the bottom, the whole thing didn't fall. And to be honest, I wasn't impressed with their nachos.
I don't think you know what? They could have been the greatest nachos ever.
And it wouldn't have mattered.
You would not have been impressed.
No, you are correct. So I noticed, and I thank you guys for the fact that you guys all waited until I had my food.
Well, I tried to eat, but Janice kept pinching my leg every time.
And Janice actually gave me a piece of gum to get the juices flowing, and you can edit that out too.
Wait a minute, Janice got your juices flowing?
And that's why you can't edit it out.
But you know what? The whole Jim being served last was actually a motif for the whole week, because it seemed like every time he got served last.
Until now.
Until tonight.
David
broke the streak.
He broke the
curse has been broken.
Curse.
Can I mention something about that night, though?
Yeah,
Sure. No.
I got Tanya's phone number.
He got the phone number of the guy that worked in the restroom.
Now we know why we didn't get our food.
It's your fault. Well, later that night, we went to go see Star Trek Continues, the fairest of them all. There's a midnight showing at the local AMC theater.
Not the fairest of them all.
No. The fairest of them all.
Ferris.
No.
The fairest of them all?
I have rice in my mouth.
The fairest of them all?
The fairest of them all? Yes.
It's like the Phantom of the Paradise.
Is the fairest of them all? Like the Klingons of Long Island?
Okay, that's it. We have a new show. The fairest of them all.
Jam!
Janice is taking notes for the NSA over here.
That was an evil laugh, too, I'm sure. But I had seen it once before, but had any of you...
We had already seen it.
And had everybody seen it?
Janice had not. I think Janice was our only virgin.
But Janice still hasn't seen it.
No, she did. She saw most of it. She saw part of it.
It was
It's
late.
okay, because I was sleeping too.
What was the midnight show?
It was a midnight show after a very long day.
105 degrees.
It's really tough.
Yeah.
I know, it's just Janice and I.
There we go. That's how sensitive it is. It's a sensitive mic.
It's a sensitive mic.
It was.
Of course it's sensitive.
Yeah, this episode is always such a train wreck.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it.
Yeah. That's what it's designed for. Wow. So anyway, so we saw the show. There was a panel afterwards with the cast and the crew.
Vic was amazing.
Vic was great.
What was Michelle?
Yeah, Michelle's beautiful.
Oh, I've got a Michelle story for Friday.
When we get to Friday. I have a question though. Is Vic in Are You Our Genesis?
Yes.
Yes.
I thought I saw him there and I thought, oh, that looks like Vic. Yeah. He throws the cigarette, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does the John Wayne thing.
And if you look at the credits, it says and Vic Mignogna. Just saying.
And his brother Austin.
But I'm bummed.
I don't know. We need a cymbal crash. What can we use for a cymbal crash? There we go.
I can't believe that I just now got that. That's awesome. I'm totally going to ask him. Do you have a brother named Austin?
snort?
Oh, yeah.
The second time today, she snorted. She snorted when we were interviewing, was it Katie?
It was Katie.
She's got the
Didn't we get to the snort earlier?
Yeah.
she got the husky voice and she's snorting too.
What a lucky man.
You know what, that is true though. He does have a brother named Oscar.
That's what we were saying.
Yeah, they were twins. But his brother was born a day later.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh, now Jim's got the giggles.
I have all these little spots flying in front of my eyes.
So we didn't get back until very, very late, or very early Friday morning we got back. I'd say about 3 o'clock.
Was it that late?
It was that late.
Okay.
This was after... I'm trying to keep it together here, folks. And then... Oh, God.
We're only up to Thursday, guys.
It wasn't even that funny.
We're so tired.
Jim's got his noodles coming out his nose.
We've lost the gyms.
Oh, I'm sorry, but that was really
You know what? Going day by day, let's just do like we normally do with our memories. Because here's one of my memories. Friday night at karaoke, singing Bohemian Rhapsody with Max Credential.
How cool is that?
That was fun.
Max was such a good sport. And he was singing it, and then he's like staring at the words like it's the first time he's ever seen them.
That wasn't the words. He was staring at Sasquatch without his shirt on.
Oh.
Is that
And this convention was noteworthy for me because I had 2 moments of total fanboying out.
Oh, I fangirled several times this year.
Well, I fanboyed for Mike Okuda, but in a far different way.
Yeah, that was awesome.
The first one was Friday night at karaoke. I'm out there shaking my groove thing on the dance floor, and I spin around.
People dance.
And there's this woman about 6 foot, would you say? 6 foot, blue lips, red hair, totally beautiful, tiny skirt. And I looked up and I said, "Are you Chloe?" As in Chloe Dykstra, who's from Heroes of Cosplay and the Nerds channel. And she said, "Yeah." And I totally fanboyed out. I couldn't even speak. I my hands started to shake. And she leaned over and she put her hands on my chest. She said, "Oh, sweetie, it's okay." I told the other one was Michelle Sprague.
Yeah, Michelle Sprague was amazing.
Was that Friday or Saturday?
I think Friday.
Friday. Because Starfleet Mom played her doppelganger.
I hadn't got to the bathroom all day. So finally I said, I gotta go. So I go, I'm going about, the 10-minute walk to Siberia, the 10-minute walk back, all for a 20-second job. And I come around the corner. It's kind of like Dave's sex life. I come around the corner and there's 2 redheads in front of our booth, and I hear Michelle Sprague yell, "Nick, I've been waiting for you." And then Alan got a photo of Michelle, which will never see the light of day, but I do want a copy of.
I don't know if I should.
She was doing the Klingons of Long Island, and he caught her mouth in a perfect O.
It was beautiful.
You fill in the blanks, people.
It was awesome.
Janice had an actual fangirl moment today. Janice, who did you totally squee over? Go ahead, see if you can remember his name.
Oh, we love Janice. You don't have to remember his name. Oh, she does.
Say it.
She bought his book.
Yes, I bought his book.
Really, that's the best you got? This is a radio show. See, there she goes. She's squeeing again. She's got her little hands together and she's just moving.
She took a picture with them and everything. She has
With David Gerald. She was so squeeing. And he was very nice to her, very sweet. Yep, there it is.
Well framed.
And I went to both of his panels. One on script writing, one on, I forget completely now.
And you said his script writing panel was excellent.
It was awesome. The other one wasn't quite so much.
Yeah, that's cool.
But the script writing one was just awesome. Well, I think the other one I was
Wasn't the other one from The Cage to Into Darkness?
No.
Okay, no. Fuck
no,
me.
the other one that I went to, it was part of the cosplay focus.
Oh. Okay.
And so he used a different show. It was a kid's show that he had worked on, and he brought up the monster from that show.
Oh, Land of the Lost.
Yeah, to talk about the costuming and
The
and
Slee
that kind of
Stack that
thing.
was walking around.
The Slee Stack was very knowledgeable.
Is that the guy with the
Slee Stack
green
knows
shirt?
everything about the show.
No, the Slee Stack was it was like a green Godzilla-like monster. Remember the Slee Stacks from Land of the Lost?
No, he was actually talking at the
Oh, at the beach?
and Robbie over there.
You know, last year they
Land of the Lost.
had the kids from the show with that.
Yeah, Land of the Lost was stupid. I still watched it.
It was a Saturday morning cartoon and stuff.
It was awesome.
like on after Dr. Shrinker. It was part of the whole
And right
Sid Marty
before,
Krofft thing.
yeah, it was
great.
It was like right before,
Electro Woman and Dinah Girl.
no,
Part 2.
Sigmund the Sea Monster.
Sigmund and the Sea Monsters. HR Puff and stuff.
Was the Supercar or Wonderbug?
Wonderbug.
Banana split.
Banana Splits.
I do not.
That's right. All this is.
Na 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 na.
Sid Marty's crossed up with Pure Drug. Yeah, pretty
Have you seen the Mr. Show version of that?
No.
Georgia Chooses? Have you seen that Mr. Show? Oh, it's awesome.
No. All right. How many squirrels was that?
A lot.
That was awesome. So you got to meet David Gerald. That was one of your fangirl moments. Jim, did you have a fanboy moment?
I had a couple fanboy moments, but the big one for me that I got really just stoked out about was the JPL panel. They had a panel with all the with a handful of the JPL engineering folks, and that was such a fun Q&A. They had the everybody knows him as the Mohawk guy.
Yeah.
Bobek. They had him there. He's kind of
Wasn't he here because Holly Amos did that? Isn't she like a really good friend of ours?
I have no idea.
I'm not sure, but every last one of the panelists was really gracious, was really awesome. It was really cool to see Michael Okuda, who hosted the panel, or who was moderating the panel. He was getting stoked just because that's it. I mean, that's something he likes.
Yeah.
What was really cool was when the question came up that what do you do when you have something new? How do you design what that's going to look like? And every last one of them stopped and said, "Well, actually, Michael, that's because of you. We have a working template for what it's supposed to look like and how it's supposed to function." And in total summation, the panel was, how is science fiction influencing science fact? And that little bit right there really summed it up real well. It was a great panel.
Talking about speculative fiction?
Kate Bankson?
Yeah, when we interviewed Kate Bankson today from Cryptic, she brought up about the holodeck and stuff. What would speculative fiction look like
300 years from now?
And people have said to her, "Oh, well, there wouldn't be any." Bullshit. We're always looking forward. There's always
the next step.
Yeah.
Right. So how do you stretch your imagination to think of what would people be imagining in 300 years? That's
Jim gives good head.
Wow, was that a squirrel?
He was pouring a beer with a nice head.
oh, bravo.
That shatters.
Oh man.
No, it's like chicken.
Especially my neighborhood.
What'd he say?
Especially in my neighborhood.
Puerto Rican squirrels?
Well, I didn't say that.
Just asking. Look at Jim Cushman get so uncomfortable. See, that's why I'm on this show. I'm willing to push the boundaries.
No, you're just willing to get the bruises.
Oh, true. Well, we'll get to your little adventure later. Okay, Apollo Creed? We'll get to that.
David, who did you... Now, you got to...
Well, was it Friday?
No, you totally got to... You were fanboying all weekend.
No, Terry and I also had a fanboy moment.
Well, I want to hear David.
Who's David? He's got a Famous Monsters shirt on.
Yeah, and you got to have dinner. And...
Oh, is that Godzilla?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
It's a Bob Eggleton Godzilla.
Oh, is it really? Oh, that's awesome.
You were fanboying all weekend. You were hanging out with Mr. Sawyer.
I was. Rob Sawyer. Creator Flash Forward.
Great show, short-lived.
Right.
But that's not the only thing he's famous for. I mean, he's...
Really nice guy.
Isn't he like a Hugo Award winner,
Flash
too?
Forward. Wasn't that Brandon Brackett's show?
Yeah.
See? I'm like...
And Nebula winner. And,
Nebula?
And the Aurora, which is the Nebula Hugo for Canada.
I was...
I don't know.
Oh.
What was that? What did she ask? I missed it.
Isn't that David Boreanaz's cousin, Aurora? Sorry.
Wow!
I'm reminded of the South Park episode where they went to look at the skies and the stars in the northern sky, and they had a picture of David Boreanaz up there.
Now, what else did you get to? I mean, that wasn't your only fanboy moment. Did you have another fanboy moment?
Yes, because I got to meet David Warner.
That's awesome.
And I'm a big fan of his of Time
Okay,
After
so
Time.
everybody done
Thank
ready?
you.
All done.
I love Time After Time.
Written by Nicholas Meyer.
Right, and directed. And
Time After Time is one of those great movies.
But I'm also a big fan of his, his Star Trek work and his audio dramas that he does for Big Finish Productions.
Loved him in
He
The
did a lot
Deep.
of guest star roles for Doctor Who audios with Tom Baker. And they did a Doctor Who Unbound where he played the Doctor.
Right.
A couple times. So I when I got a picture with him, I said, I really enjoy your Doctor Who stuff. And he just smiled and he got tickled and he said, oh, thank you so much, I would tell him that, thank you so much. And then when I got his autograph from him, I had him sign one of his Doctor Who CDs.
That's
I was very happy.
Came back to Doctor Who. There were Doctor Who questions in every panel.
That's kind of
Really?
cool.
That's great.
Well, I mean, you think about it, Doctor Who's been around longer than just Star Trek, so...
Right. And where else do you see the kind of tolerance and all that like we all love about Star Trek? I mean, there's no other IP that promotes the tolerance, that the acceptance of everyone, no matter who you are, what you are, than Doctor Who.
Who? Pete Townsend?
Who knows?
Oh, okay.
And then Terry and I had a total squee moment. We were standing we were doing an interview.
Oh, God. Well, I want to get to that later, but it's Jim's turn.
I got one more fanboy.
Go for it.
No, go ahead. Go, David.
And I got a picture of Peter Weller.
Awesome. Mr. Buckaroo Banzai.
That's right.
Mr. RoboCop.
And Admiral...
Wherever you are. Yeah. Wherever you go.
There you are.
There you are.
Jim.
Let's see,
You did have to. Because you guys were cosplaying.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Neela.
Oh, yes, we did. Actually, so there's several. First and foremost, when we were at the Fairest of them all, and I was able to ask my question about the character's name being Elise McKenna.
Right.
For my
That was
suspicion,
awesome.
Yes, indeed, from somewhere in time.
Vic was really impressed by that question, too. Did you see his face?
Yeah.
Yeah, he lit
I
up.
was glad somebody asked it. Because the first time I saw that, I said, wait a minute, that's after that movie.
Based on Richard Matheson's book.
Yep.
Yes, called Big Time Return.
That's right.
Directed
I
by-
love
Yeah, we have
geeks.
a whole other show going.
Dude, I'm loving this. This is awesome.
Let's see.
Available at Amazon.com.
Yeah, how's that?
Use the G&T show link though.
A couple other fanboys. Oh, but at the same night, Michelle put her hand on my back, said, "Go ahead and go on by." So,
That's because she thought you were a stalker.
Heart palpitations. Okay, on Friday, Lori and I were doing cosplay as Ferengi, and we were standing by the stage door, and I was like in my full Ferengi regalia, and Lori was a natural Ferengi.
Lori, you had more balls than I'll ever have. I'll tell you that.
So the new
On
bodysuits.
natural.
Yep.
She was Moogie.
And
No,
standing
Moogie
out there,
worked those, man.
and Renee Auberge came by, looked at us, and went like this.
Thumbs up.
It's always good to do video bits on an audio, DJ.
Yeah, DJ. He's a video DJ too, though.
And secondly, the next day, I was Cass, and she was Neelix.
That was great.
Strike that reverse.
I was Neelix, she was Cass, and we actually made it to the finals, the main stage for the costume contest. Thanks to her work, she's the one that did all the work on it. We were standing there, we were in order, getting ready to walk in, and Ethan Phillips was walking by with his handler, and the handler said, "Oops, Mr. Phillips, you need to come around here." And he walked right up to me, and he gave me an up and down, and he said, "Awesome."
Nice.
And he shake the hand, said, "How'd you do this?" I said, "She did all the work, I just wear it." And the wig and the hair and everything, so it was a fanboy.
And congratulations to Jeff, who won the contest.
Yes.
As Baylock.
Yes.
That was fantastic. I was talking to him last night. Adam evidently was trying to see him beforehand or something. And Jeff hid from him because he wanted him to be surprised when he popped out. Now, I didn't see him pop out. Did Adam jump, or was he surprised?
I didn't see him jump or anything, no.
But was he surprised?
Wouldn't you have to have a soul?
Huh?
Wouldn't you have to have a soul?
Yeah, I think so. Stop. Although, I would like to see for the...
We never held back on
for the
that.
costume contest, I would like to see, like, Chloe Dykstra was here. That would have been a great person from the cosplay community, or Michael Westmore as the host.
And not a judge.
And not a judge.
That would have been fun.
Or, I'm sorry, I think the perfect MC for that is Garrett Wong.
Oh, yeah.
He knows the IP. He can joke with anybody. You
Somebody
know
who
we
knows
get
the names of the characters.
You know we'd get at least one "oh my" during it. He's a game show host at heart.
He said it.
What did he say? What did he say?
No, it's just that he would introduce the characters and he'd mispronounce the names of the characters.
Garrett?
No.
Oh, Adam.
It's true.
No, I know.
It's an
He also
unfortunate
played favorites.
Oh, yeah.
Did he really?
Women.
Well, yeah. The pretty girls, he would chat them up while they were on the stage. The girl in front of us was 7 of 9. She walked out and he said, "This is Alyssa, she's 7 of 9. And left her standing there by herself. We get out there, this is Neelix and Cass, and he just left us standing there. That was it. So the pretty girls, he would interview and chat them up.
Yeah, he's not the best representation of
No, and that's why just drop a few bucks and get somebody that knows.
You don't even. You know what? It's not that they even have to spend money. How many of us would do it for free?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I'm sorry, Adrian.
Seriously.
Darshluka hosting the costume contest.
That'd be awesome.
How about last year's contest winner?
I like that one too.
That's good. Well, if they can make it, yeah.
So they can make it, and if they have the presence.
Look at us recasting how to do the convention as we
I
do
also
the
like Alan's idea, though, of having 2 separate categories. One for actual costumes from the shows or the movies, and then another
Derivatives.
for derivatives. Like the
because
whole the family with the steampunk.
That was cool.
Yeah.
They were cool costumes, but they weren't Trek costumes.
Right.
They were based on.
They were for like the Serenity Enterprise crossover.
Yeah.
The crossover, that would have been cool. Yeah, derivatives and crossovers, that would be neat. Yeah, I agree. It needs to be a separate category.
Or the online game, because that's not canon.
Yeah, well, CBS considers
It's
it.
canon.
But you know what though? They discount uniforms in the contest.
That's
anyway.
true.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
do.
Stark
Oh,
uniforms
does it have
are
to
discounted.
Yeah.
No, they just
Oh,
that
yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense
yeah,
though,
yeah.
because you'd end up with everybody in a
In the
Novos
Novos,
universe.
yeah.
Well, unless you do something special like the dude that did the EVA suit from Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
Yeah.
It's got to be something
Unique.
unique or elaborate.
In the
That
finals, there was the mirror. They were allowed in.
They were allowed it, but they're different. They're not the usual.
Now, what about you, Lori? Did you have any specific fangirl moments that were different from the cosplay ones with you? Ellen?
No.
we had a couple at the table. We were having a very good time.
We were doing.
Well, we knew Emo was going to be there.
We had a band for Emo, so we knew he was going to be there.
We knew he was going to be there.
Terry and I were conducting an interview with...
with Elio from Priority One.
Elio from Priority One.
We were doing our personal truck project with Elio.
And all of a sudden, I look up. Terry's to my right. I'm in the middle. Elio's to the left, and our table is in front of me to Terry's left, and Elio's.
And we're getting, and Kipley Brown, who's this our wonderful actress friend who was with our table and was waving at us kind of madly, like you might want to rush up your interview.
And I looked over, and then I tapped Terry on the knee, and she looked up, and Elio turned around, and Mike Okuda was talking to Kipley at the table, and Kipley's like kind of giving us the sign that she's trying to hold him.
He wants to be interviewed.
And it was so funny because Elio turns around and he's like, "Okay, let's act like we've been here before."
You hear it on the recording.
Yeah, you hear it on the recording.
Everybody
and we're all like, so we did a couple more minutes because we didn't want to be rude to Elio, even though he of all people,
I was gonna say
he would have understood.
And we invited Elio to do the interview with us, but he was like,
"This is your deal."
Gracious.
Yeah,
so gracious. So Michael
we got Michael.
I'm sorry.
No,
we got
Anthony on the way out, and he apologized up and down for not.
Well,
did he?
I'll beat him. I'll beat him with kisses later.
We went over and shook hands with Mike Okuda, and we both said what fans we are. And we took a shot, and we said, "Do you have a few minutes?" And he said, "I have about 5. My wife's waiting outside." And we got 6.5 minutes with Mike Okuda.
6.5 minutes.
And here's how you knew that I was gobstruck. Terry made fun of me for this. I called him sir, and it wasn't sarcastic.
And it wasn't sarcastic. He was like, "Mr. Okuda, how are you doing, sir?" And it was just like, he was in full respectful army mode, and I'm like, "Oh my God, he's totally tickled." It's
Mike Okuda.
It was Mike Okuda.
And then Terry and I both had a moment that
he didn't understand why we were so excited. I'm like,
You're the
not
man.
understand?
You're Mike Okuda. So we asked him, I said, "We're geeking out right now. What makes you geek out?" And he gave us a great answer that you have to listen to the supplemental to hear, which is up now.
It is up now.
It's the only one that made it
It's
up
the
so
only
far.
one that I sent to Mike right off the bat. Go here, get this up now.
We also had a moment, 150 episodes, if you had told Terry and I this was going to happen, and our reactions, you'd have said we were lying. I'm standing in front of the table, and Terry's behind it, and I'm watching people walk by, and I'm like dancing like I was, shaking my ass.
In your dress?
No, this was today. Was it today? Yeah, it was today.
Yeah, it was today.
And this guy walked by, and I said, "Mr. Braga?" And Brandon Braga turned around, and I said, "Oh." He actually, we were telling...
Introduced himself, asked about the show.
He was very interested that we are about storytelling. And he said if he could, he would come back. And I fully understood if he couldn't come back.
He definitely had people he knew he had to meet. But we said,
But he was very interested in the fact that that our show is about storytelling. And it wasn't like fake, what do you guys talk about? What do you do? So...
It wasn't like he shook his hand and acted all no.
He was looking at our banner, he was looking at what we had on the table, and if you had told us 150 episodes ago
that we would have been
excited that Brandon Braga was at our table, we would have said, "You're out of your mind."
So I have to ask, did he schedule for the future or for the past?
Bravo.
Just curious.
No, we're dying. I'm dying to talk to him, not just because of Star Trek and his connection with that, but strictly because of Cosmos and thanking him for bringing Cosmos back, because I love that show. And then today was Walter Koenig stopped by and said hi.
Oh, that was awesome.
That was awesome. He was very
Janice got some amazing photos.
beautiful photos of Walter at her desk, which was at her table, which was wonderful. He was so sweet, so funny, so nice. So we had a few.
And then we got an awesome interview with a writer of a certain episode.
Now, oh my God! So yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Was it yesterday? Or was it Friday? It was Friday. No,
it was yesterday.
Yesterday morning at 10.
Is Eric Stillwell, who was the co-writer of TNG's episode Yesterday's Enterprise, and he had a great story about how that episode came into being, about how he and another writer had two different stories that two different stories, kind of similar in time travel. They were kind of given the rule of they had to bring back Tasha Yar. One of them was like he had to bring back Tasha Yar, and the other one was.
Let's just say that when you hear the background of the story
you'll
and all the different things that came into it, and what they thought, everybody but him thought it was going to wind up as
being one of the worst episodes ever.
And we all know what it turned out to be. He was so gracious with us, and he sent Terry a personal.
He did. He was so sweet. He sent a very nice note on Facebook to me this morning or this afternoon, and said that I don't even know who it is. By the way, we're also divvying up the check as we talk because it is dinner with GT.
30 total. 250 with tip.
Is
okay. Divided by 8. 45 or something maybe.
Eric Stillwell sent me a lovely message and said, "Thanks for the great interview yesterday. I had a lot of fun." I was just he's such a great guy.
And he also talked to us about Michael Pillar.
Yeah,
he gave us a lot of background and a lot of personal anecdotes on Michael Pillar. We're going to take just a moment. 30 each. 30? Really? Yeah. Here. That's all. Because I don't have cash. Oh.
Now you have cash.
Just put it all in there with that because I did that last night. Oh. Just do your part. Yeah. For the simple fact, I don't have any place that I... Well, no, and not only that, if to deposit the cash, I'm not sure how fast because it's not a Bank of America. I'll cover you for now, catch you up. I'm going to write you guys a check. There you go. No, seriously. Seriously.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I'll pay pallet to you on Thursday. What are you?
Whatever.
Okay. Because you have PayPal, right?
If not, you're going to get one. So, yeah, I know, we're still on the show. So Eric Stillwell sent me the message, the lovely message, but Eric Stillwell was
He
also...
gave us so much about Michael Pillar, though.
Michael Pillar, but he was the script coordinator for Star Trek The Next Generation for several years. So he and I think Lolita were working together on being the script coordinator and it starts with a C. My brain just went... Continuity editor, making sure that there was a timeline continuity, character continuity, script continuity from script to script to script, and just a really fascinating discussion with him. Yeah, and and so we had a lot of great interviews, and God, 2 more days of crazy.
And we got several What's Your Story, part of our thing, from some really great people. Al Rivera and his wife Amy gave us a great one you're going to have to hear. We covered the Stowe panel, which we'll talk about on the show because I know Michael's going to have 1,000 questions, and the people that...
And another one of the personal Trek stories, and so What's Your Stories that we're doing with David Holquin's mother, Kathleen Holquin. You guys have to hear because her story was just so moving and so wonderful, and she's had such an amazing life that I'm really looking forward to you guys hearing her story about how she became a Star Trek fan and how she passed the fandom on to her 2 sons.
Oh, we got to talk about what happened to David.
Oh, David!
To watch
Congratulations,
a friend's dream come true.
David has been a Klingon as long as I've known him.
He speaks fluent Klingon.
Fluent Klingon. He's part of the Klingon Language Institute. It's his mother we interviewed today.
And he is the gentlest soul.
Sweetest man.
Kind of like Mike.
And he had the ability, and he had himself
John Paladin.
John Paladin did him up as a Klingon.
And that's why he hasn't taken it off.
And John Paladin...
He told me he's going to drive home with it on.
He was actually got up on the stage during the...
They gave him the mic, didn't they?
Yes, during the Martok and Gowron show.
Did they really?
Yes, they called up all the Klingons.
They always call up the warriors.
That's awesome. Congrats, Mike. Well,
you know what? There was one other thing I wanted to bring up. I saw the panel for the Star Trek Experience reunion.
Oh, yeah.
And
how was that?
It was really good.
Was April up there?
April was up there. She spoke for some time. But there was a really moving tribute to the one gentleman who was part of the tribute.
Klingon.
Or was part of the experience who was...
Passed away.
Murdered. He was murdered last year. It was really sad. And they did a tribute to him.
I'm glad.
That's awesome. Not a dry eye in the house.
Huh?
General...
Dark hair and light hair.
Mogon.
I can't think of the character's name.
I can't remember his name. Sorry, April.
But he was a
sweet man.
Yeah, he was a Shakespearean actor who this was his, his
hobby.
career.
And he was murdered in his apartment, right?
He
Or
was
his
murdered
house?
in a robbery. It was really sad, but they didn't dwell on that. They dwelled on his career. They actually did a video reel of his career and stuff.
Nice.
So it was real touching.
To be more positive,
sorry about that. I didn't mean to
we had somebody stop by our booth. A 17-year-old girl with her mom.
Yeah, that was fun.
They're from Alaska, but they're Indian, as in subcontinent Indian descent. She is going to be the heir to the G&T show because she's all about fan fiction, everything. She's absolutely we met more amazing kids.
Yeah,
this
a lot
year.
of young people this year.
And when I say kids, I'm talking 15, 14, younger, and with their parents cosplaying.
And writing. So many of them were writers. And we were just so thrilled to talk to all of them. And we had a ball. We had an absolute ball. And we need to tie things up.
Yeah.
Speaking of...
we also... Starship Farragut.
Oh, yeah.
We made some good friends, and you'll hear about that.
You'll hear about Farragut.
In the not too distant, but the distant future.
Right.
Speaking of young people...
I see what you did there.
See what I did?
Star Trek. There was I wasn't sure if it was a guy or a girl. I saw him or her actually on the transporter pad doing Klingon stances and this kind of thing. During the Martok and Gowron variety hour, they called them all up, and this girl went up there. She was maybe 10, 12 years old.
As a Klingon?
Yes, as a Klingon. Yeah. She gets up there, and she said, my name's Naomi, but I go by Naoma. And she just had the Klingon down. It was so awesome.
That's so cool.
Oh, yeah.
We just got a
and
flash
there were
flood warning.
5 Romulans here. We interviewed one of them. Wait, what's that? Yeah, flash flood warning. In Las Vegas. The What's Your Story? We did a What's Your Story with this wonderful. What was she? 19?
I don't remember.
AJ. She was dressed as the Romulan commander.
Oh, that was fun.
She was a lot of fun, and the brain power that attends a Star Trek convention is overwhelming sometimes.
It's very true.
Anna is an environmental engineer.
Right.
That girl is studying engineering or computer technology or something. I love this convention. The people, as maddening as it can be sometimes, as much as we want to wring people's necks, it's still the best time. Even Janice had fun. Look at the smile on her face right now. Look at that. And that's from a Vulcan.
Yeah, well, see, last year they only had 3 science panels.
Right.
This year they had 5.
Excellent.
And
How
they
well
had
attended were
5
they?
cosplay-related items.
Right.
How well attended were the science panels?
They were pretty well, yeah.
Enough that you think that they'll keep pulling?
Well, they expounded on what they had last year, and they were fuller than what they were last year.
So
yeah.
Daddy, answer your son.
It was awesome. They had one of the scientists, he's a professor for University of Arizona, was it?
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, University of Arizona.
So he had 2 panels himself. Then there was I think his name's David Williams. He was hysterical, and he was talking about how crowded it is in the universe. It was awesome because every mission that was going on, it was just awesome. I was just like, we had the panel that you spoke about.
Oh, yeah, the JPL panel.
Yeah, so I was just,
And that's another thing that sets this convention, I think it gives it a little different flavor. But they also did a bunch of things this year at the hallways.
Yeah.
Guardian of Forever.
Set pieces were new.
The Guardian of Forever.
Transporter.
Transporter pad, the TOS transporter pad.
The Heroes and Villains cardboard cutouts.
All the posters, Quarks bar, which some people complained about, but for karaoke, I loved it.
Yeah.
And it was packed in Quark.
What was to complain about?
I guess
You're
the
at a
first
convention.
night, the air wall was still kind of up during karaoke.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
goodness.
displays there were costume displays this year.
Yes.
And then the props.
That's right, the costume displays.
And the props and the Dabo table and the pieces from Times Arrow.
And Garrick's Tailor Shop, which was volunteer run.
Right.
Yeah, so they stepped it up on the
And I made sure I stopped and thanked her for that.
I
So
did too.
luckily, I didn't need to use it this year, but it was really cool that it was there. And she says, and I know what to do differently for next year. And she's already
excellent.
And the separate area they had for the photos, that front room where they didn't book another convention going on at the same time.
Yeah, that was nice.
But as we're signing off, we cannot thank James Kerwin and the
Kipley Brown.
amazingly awesome Kipley Brown enough.
She's fantastic.
So is James.
So of course.
So is James.
Of course. Well, that's
He's swarthy, and she's blonde.
And he may think himself humorless, but he is not.
No, James is a great, and we'll have him every year if we can.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Well, thanks everybody for joining us for this year's edition of Dinner with G&T. Everybody, hold on. They want to go to the bathroom. So do we.
I know what that's like.
We have a Rat Pack still tonight.
Yep.
And you might still get a photograph.
Oh, I doubt it, but we'll see.
All right, Joel on True, bitches.
And thank you.
Ciao. Bye, guys.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks, everybody.
Everybody say goodbye.
Goodbye. Joel on True.
Music for the G&T show is provided by Warp 11, Grethor, 5 Year Mission, and Andrew Allen's Smooth Federation.
G&T Show is a Busy Little Beaver production.
Some dude walks out, proceeds to explain what it's all about. I sure want to leave. I think you'd agree, but we cannot leave till we find out what it's all about. It's all make-believe, nothing is permanent down here. It's just an amusement park. Bones is now alive, so it's okay for him to say, I'm a doctor, not a shish kebab. Apparently it's okay if we trust an unknown race who can read any one of our thoughts. So be careful what you wish for in this land of dreams come true, 'cause you just might get what you want.